Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Crystal, and we're getting back into Baddies USA. This episode is called The Executive Branch. And for y'all who don't know, the executive branch in the United States of America is responsible for implementing laws and enforcing the laws written by Congress, okay? In this episode, there was a lot of implementing and a lot of enforcing. Let's get into it. So we open up right where we left off with Tinka and Dolly fighting, okay? And no shade, she ate Tinka, okay? Tinka got that nose, but I believe Dolly, she injured easily. No shade. Like you could slap her and she'll end up with like a busted lip or a black eye or something. No shade. So Natalie arrives to the mansion, and she greets the first sprinter, which is Scotty, Tavy, Kokilla, and Fauna. And, they make their way through the mansion. And let me say this. That mansion was gorgeous, y'all. Like, gorgeous. Like, then, so they're walking through, getting a tea. Then they see a pool. So, Killa offers Tavy $500 to jump in the pool. And she jumped in that motherfucker. I would have, too, for $500. No shade, I would have jumped in that pool, too. Like, hello? So the girls are enjoying the mansion. They out there playing with Capri, okay, on a tennis court, and they, keying. And Scotty points out, we're having a little too much fun. Something ain't right. And sister, you couldn't have been more right. Okay. So the second sprinter is pulling up with a group of ladies. So Natalie comes outside to greet them. And everything was cool until Bad Dolly and Tinka starts fighting again and again and again. Like, they fought like 3 or 4 times. And while they squabbling, Summer starts popping it. And Lex realizes, Summer's on some BS. Like, she off that liquor, okay? But the ladies, they get it together. They go inside. They go to see the mansion, how beautiful it is. And, all the women, they're living for it because it's gorgeous, okay? So then all the baddies from Sprinter 1 and 2 meet up. And Natalie lets them know, she's drained and she's stepping back, But she has had, she also lets them know, she had baddie chains for the original baddies, the OGs from Bad Girls Club, but she wasn't able to give it to them because there was so much going on. And, she's going to be stepping back for a while. And take all the breaks you need, Miss Nunn. No shade. You deserve it. Now, within that discussion, Tinka and Kokilla start going back and forth real bad, okay? And let me say this. Tinka, that eye is eyeing, Bookie. I see you. Hello. But you might want to, take a break. Get your skin together. Get your body together. Your body's tea. But, like, you just had a baby. And you already back on here running 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fades in a day. Like, it's too much, mama. You got a lot going on. Take a break, boo. So then Natalie announces, that they're having a Baddies tour officially, and she sends a congratulations to Scotty. But I don't know how to feel about that congratulations. It felt a little eerie. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. So Taseki, Biggie, Anna, and Mariah Lynn, they all arrived together. But they let Taseki get like a whole entrance by herself. Like, excuse me, I'm sorry. Like, what was that all about? And y'all really waited in the car and then hopped out like y'all was the Three Stooges. Girl, bye. So they make their way through the mansion and to the back. And as they enter, girl, everybody's cheering as Summer starts booing. When I tell y'all that took me out, like, that took me out, okay? Me and Drizzy laughed at that. Like, I was so tickled. Because Summer is just so petty, and she don't give a flying fuck, okay? So they giving hugs, and they greeting each other. And here goes Summer, running her mouth. Like, Taseki is not here for it at all, okay? So, at this point, Summer's still popping it, running her mouth, getting into it with everybody. Okay. And Anna, she lets it be known, like, they like Dolly and Lex, and they never liked Summer. And I guess that's what, the real issue is. But baby, here comes Taseki slapping the out of Summer, okay? And when Taseki did that little circle movement with her hands, okay, I knew it was over for Summer. If you know, you know, okay? So she's still slapping Summer around, okay? And Summer's letting her know, you're not a bully, you're a R word, allegedly. But baby, when she said that R word, I said, oh my gosh. Girl, I was flabbergasted, okay? And then Lex, she tried to, step in. She slapped the mess out of Summer, girl. You heard it, okay? And at this point, everybody is telling her, like, Summer, girl, you wrong. Stay out of that. Like, and you can't say that. Now, this is America, okay? Baddies USA. And, you can say it, but just know when you say that, you have to take what comes with that as well. No shade. I grew up in the era of talk shit, get hit. No shade. Sticks and stones may break my bird, but words will get you shot at. No shade. You understand? So, y'all, but it's just like Summer don't learn. And she's never going to learn. Just like I think Suki said it. Like, no matter how much this girl get her ass tore, she will never learn. She's still going to pop it. She's still going to be Summer. So, baby, while all that's going on, out of nowhere, it's a bird, it's a plane, no, it's Cold Killer. Girl, and she sneaks Tinka. So, they get to dumping, okay? And Killer said, Usha, 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 Usha. Like, she ate that for me. When I tell you she ate that for me, like, she said, you gonna learn how to respect me around this bitch, period. And I'm with that, period. So, while they going back and forth tussling and stuff, really they dancing. They not even tussling, okay? They dancing. But Kokilla, she trips and she falls. And Lex stepped in, for Kokilla and stopped Tinka from demolishing her, basically. And you know what? I fuck with that. It's, she's a real one for that. No shade. So the girl said, Kokilla and Tinka ain't even fighting around this mug. They salsa dancing out this bitch, okay? And then we get a little funny 1-2 from Suki and Safari, or Sapphire. I don't know why I keep calling this girl Safari, y'all. Sapphire, they do a little 1-2, okay? So they go and square up and to fight again. And Tinka scalps Cold Killer, y'all. Like, baby, I know that was a hurt piece. No shade, okay? So here comes Taseki again. Like, at this point, it's up. Like, Summer... Summer and Taseki swinging on each other. And I don't know, y'all. The fight to me was like lackluster. Summer didn't really connect at all. And Taseki was hitting her. She hit her a few times. She connected a few times. But I expected way more. Okay. I expected Summer to be ripped and beat out them draws, honey. Okay. Especially her keep going in your face, calling you that, them allegations, like, it was just too much. It was too much going on. It was pure chaos, okay? So next thing you know, enters Krishan, Marsh, and DJ Sky. And baby, y'all could not have came in at a worse time, okay? So Summer starts popping it instantly, okay? Krishan, get your sister. Like, Summer, please. It's not the time, please. Okay, so Taseki's trying to have a conversation with Kershaw, and it's chaos already. Then you got Summer screaming. You got Lex, checking Summer. You got Gretchen, letting Summer know, you putting your friends in danger, girl. They in danger. But of course, Summer, she don't give a fuck, okay? And, Lex, she tries talking to her. And Summer's like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. And she was like, you know what? I don't give a fuck either. Bye. Like, you out, you on your own. Period. Simple. Krishan's standing there with her mouth open, like she confused. She don't know what's going on, okay? Taseki going crazy. Summer still screaming to the point now Anna then ran up on her trying to, tear her up because it's just chaos. You keep running your mouth like, girl, just shut up. So Taseki is still going at Krishan, y'all. And Suki steps in like, Sapphire, y'all gonna let them just do this? Like, excuse me? I'm sorry. I ain't got shit to do with that. I ain't got shit to let nobody doing what, you understand? I'm not in this. This is above me now, okay? It's above me now. Like, excuse me. So, Krishan says she's trying to talk to Taseki, okay? And Taseki's talking to everyone but Krishan. And you know, she admits it probably wasn't the best time for them to dispute this. And sister, I'm with you when you're right, okay? Taseki, it was not a good time. You was already going through it, already living. You up, you arguing with Summer, you want to fight. It's not the right time. So Tommy tries to intervene and, diffuse the situation or calm it down. And, she's like, Taseki, babe. She said, my name's Taseki, ho. Girl, you know who I'm talking to, girl. Taseki, you, okay? You know who I'm talking to, okay? And let me say this, Krishan accused Taseki of what on a popular platform, but she has not denounced it on a popular platform, okay? So even if she apologized about it behind closed doors, like in this situation, I think Taseki was expecting her to come to the forefront and be like, I said this, I apologize, it wasn't true, X, Y, and Z. But let me say this, the head butting and the nodding, the head nodding that she was doing to Krishan seemed a little odd, okay? And something is off. And I'm going to say it, to me, she's not beating those allegations against her. I'm sorry, not sorry. You understand? Like, in this instance, the emotions that she has, it's valid, that she's that upset. But even like Rolly said, like the speaking, when it comes to Krishan, she can't talk. She got that little raspy voice and then she whispering and shit. Like, girl, what's going on? Like, something's off for me. I can't put my finger on it, but something is definitely on. Like, I'm not connecting the dots. I'm not touching the body. No shade. But y'all know what I mean. So Dolly and Lex, they're trying to tell Summer to chill out, okay? They are like literally pleading with this girl. Please shut the up. No shade. So, Krishan tries to calm Summer down. Next thing you know, here comes Taseki. Girl, she done bopped Summer and Dolly down the steps, okay? So, child, from there, Summer's still popping it. So Suki calls out Summer, for not being Dolly's friend, not being a good friend to Dolly. But Summer turned that back around on Suki and was like, excuse me, don't be the pot calling the kettle black, boo, because you wasn't a good friend to your friend either, ho. Like, girl, I gag. She gagged Suki with that. So girl, next thing you know, here comes Anna, looking like a pink Power Ranger. Go, go, Power Ranger. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Okay, bopping with Summer again. So, y'all, now it's at the point Rolly done got involved, okay? She gripping Summer up, telling her to calm down. And then next thing you know, here comes Taseki. Bing bong. She sneaks the fuck out of Summer, okay? At this point, Summer is running, okay? She's scared. She said out of her mouth, I don't want to fight. And again, this type of expression, like expressing yourself, like grabbing people's heads, like, it's off. I won't say it's creepy because she's not creepy, but she's a little off, okay? Definitely, okay? Even Mariah was looking like, what the fuck? What's going on, okay? So, Summer's crying to Tommy trying to console her, and then Lex come in. She start going at it with Lex. Then she turns, she's getting into it with Tommy now, okay? And girl, out of nowhere, here comes Taseki again. You sneaky little slut, I see you, okay? She hopped on Summer like she was a jaguar in the night, okay? But yes, y'all, next week it looks like Miss Daisy comes in from Baddies Going Wild. And y'all know her and Rolly got smoke, okay? So I can't wait for that, no shade. But make sure y'all like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel. It's free, no shade. We're one subscriber away from 100, y'all. But you know what? I hope y'all like the content, and I will see y'all in the next video. Mwah. No bars.